Happy Day, Guam, and welcome to KOAM News Extra. I'm Sonia Artero. The United Service Organizations, better known as the USO, is a nonprofit organization that provides morale and recreational services to members of the U.S. military worldwide. Here on Guam, the USO has been a part of the island's history since World War II, when it was first established at Big Navy. History reveals it went from being run out of a Quonset hut on the naval base to the seaside operation in Pidi, which islanders frequented throughout the 60s, 70s, and the 80s. As a result of BRAC closures, the USA closed down in 1993. But shortly after 9/11, Guam's military footprint began expanding. That's when local community leaders inquired about reestablishing Guam's USO. The USO's world headquarters struck a deal with Guam, stating it would fund the start of the organization and support its continued efforts if Guam could find it a permanent home. Thus, the new Guam USO opened in March of last year inside the Royal Orchid Hotel. And tonight we'll highlight their one-year anniversary and the celebration of their 2007 inaugural gala salute with their local director, Lee Graham. Lee is joined by a member of the Guam USO Advisory Council and co-chair of their inaugural gala, Lou Sanchez. Ladies, lovely ladies, thank you very much for joining us tonight.
Thank you, Sonia.
It's my pleasure and honor. So Lee, let's start with you. Let's talk about Guam's USO and the services available and how many people you've actually served.
Sonia, it has been a privilege for this first year. We've served over 13,000 military personnel since we opened last year. And that, with the current personnel on Guam, that's almost 1 for 1. If you were to look at the market that has been touched, it would have been 1 for 1 for every military member on the island. Close to 1,500 every month. And when the ships were in just a few weekends ago, we served about 500 people every 5 to 6 hours. So truly, truly wonderful. And the services that our military families, single sailors, single airmen enjoy when they come to the USO include internet access, because many times they don't have that on the ship or they don't have a permanent home here, free Wi-Fi, free long-distance calls home to the United States for as long as they like, which is very important to get in touch with families, and particularly the children who have just moved from a locale and are missing their friends. They can talk for as long as they like, courtesy of our GTA sponsor there. And we also have a theater with big screen TV where they can relax in recliners, free snacks and beverages, just a real fun time. We'd like to call it island luxury for our military personnel and their guests.
Now, I think it goes without saying, but tell us why you relocated to the lovely Tumon area. It's beautiful down there. It's a perfect location, by the way.
It's wonderful, and we were very blessed to have the Royal Orchid host us there, because that is a donation from the Royal Orchid for us to be able to be located there in the Tumon area. And of course, that was central, where we could serve the Navy and the Air Force, and that is where our military members come first to learn and experience Guam, is to come to our tourism destination and then to learn from there more about the rest of the island and where they can go to enjoy that. So it is a wonderful location. We have military buses through MWR that do stop in front of that hotel every hour. So that transportation component is covered, and the trolley stops there. So it's a wonderful place for them to be able to link up, touch base with home, and then get out and enjoy the rest of the island.
So we know the USO and where it's located now, but how does it involve itself in other military programs, if you will?
Yes, the center is our main program, but we're rapidly growing to address other services that are enjoyed by the military. We've been very privileged to be involved with homecomings and deployments. We support the families with food, packages, welcome home signs, and greeting, helping them plan those types of events. The deployments, of course, are very sad, and we enjoy sharing with them phone cards so that they will have them as they travel from here to Afghanistan or the Horn of Africa. Particularly our local folks from the National Guard. We help the deployments that take place every 4 months here with Anderson, and then the submarine and ship deployments out of Navy. We've also been really thrilled to host hundreds of folks during our holiday season through the generosity of our sponsors. We have a free candlelight Thanksgiving dinner and a free candlelight Christmas dinner, and all the children get gifts, and it's just a wonderful place to be during the holidays if you're away from home.
Who all is eligible to utilize the services of USO?
Great question. All military ID card holders, and we allow them to bring a guest with them if they would like to. This is a little different than how USO operated in the past. Just out of the war and for several decades, the USO was able to open to the entire island, and we are fortunate that we're still one of the few USOs in the world where military can bring in guests as long as they're with an ID card holder. Some of our changes in security that happened with national security did change our ability to be open to everyone, but we are able to be open to guests uniquely here on Guam with folks who have an ID card, so we're glad about that.
Well,